We're going to start this video out by saying all constitutional rights invoked, now waived. All constitutional rights invoked, now waived. We're going to talk about some things here briefly I'm going to get into. For everyone who's been watching my channel, you know that there has been a number of things going on that we have been addressing here. We have been addressing the murder of my brother Moses Manuel McCormick, aka Laoshu 55,000. We have been addressing the attempted murder on me from the Planta Queen restaurant in Coconut Grove, Florida. We are also investigating the organized effort to throw me out of my house that happened back in I want to say it was October of 2021. So those are the three primary issues that we have been dealing with on this channel. So all of the videos on this channel will be consistent with that and or consistent with the organized crime that was committed against my brother for many years until he eventually succumbed to all of the tactics. Okay, so what I'm going to start by addressing today is I'm going to start to address a few different things. All right, you guys all know that I currently have a lawsuit in the Arizona Superior Court. Okay, and in that lawsuit it is for defamation, slander and libel, fraud, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The defendants in that the defendants in that court case are the Shaw Family Trust, which were the landlords of the house that I lived at, and XCD Realty, which was the realty company who put together the rental contract. And the third defendant is a gentleman by the name of Anthony Masiello, who is the head person in the office at XCD Realty. Okay, now that we got all that out the way, let me go ahead and explain something. Okay, many of you don't know that a lot of times these organized people that are behind the scenes, you might say, who are they? Okay, these consist of bureaucrats. Okay, these consist of bureaucrats, and on this channel you might heard me use a term called jelly team. We call those people the jelly team. Okay, the jelly team consists of anybody who want to discredit me, anybody who commits an act against me, or anyone who takes on an effort to try to discredit me or sabotage our efforts to get justice. Those would be considered members of the jelly team. Okay, moving right along. The reason why that is all relevant and important, because I want to say that there's a group of bureaucrats that are behind the scenes that consist of jelly team members as well, and they have been doing a number of different things to get me killed, okay, to discredit me, and to predominantly to try to make me sound crazy. So this is a tactic that they used on a lot of people in the past, and we laugh at it because we were ready for these kind of tactics that they have been employing on people for years. We ready, okay, because they match this time. So it doesn't matter what they call us. It doesn't matter how they feel about us. It doesn't matter if they believe, if anybody don't believe us or not. We have the evidence to support many of the claims we make. Many of the claims that we are making is backed by evidence, direct evidence, both direct evidence and circumstantial evidence. I'm sorry. All right, now I want to tell you guys something that happened, a couple days ago. I had rented a car from a place, and they kept giving me a runaround about switching this car out. So I knew something was funny. I was like, man, something's funny about this car. So I called the lady, and the name of this company is called Millennium Auto in Mesa. So I called Stephanie at Millennium Auto in Mesa the first day I got the car, and I was like, "It's something wrong with this car. First of all, this car is not getting 30 miles per gallon. It's getting about 25 to 26 miles per gallon. That's the first problem. The second problem is there's a clicking noise, okay? And I don't know what that is, and I need you to switch this car out." And she was like, "Well, unfortunately, I need you to just drive it around some more as much as you can. Try to put a couple hundred miles on it and then see if anything changes." Okay? Which I felt uncomfortable with, but I didn't want to fight with her because I knew whatever it is they was trying to set up or whatever they did to this car or whatever they was trying to do, it wasn't going to work. I don't give a fuck what it was. I don't care if they called the devil himself, okay, down and said, "Look, we need you to do this." It's not going to work. They just getting more people in trouble. So getting right back into the story, Stephanie, she refused to switch the car out. So I knew something was funny after that. So I just went along with it, okay, whatever. So, a month go by, like, you know, roughly a month go by. I call her again. Actually, it wasn't a month. It was some weeks. I called her again from the first time I talked to her, and I was like, "Hey, look, this car, something going on with this car. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, what y'all got going on? I need you to switch this car out. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, switch this car out." She was like, "Well, unfortunately, we don't have any cars available." So, I can't. I was like, "So what do you mean you don't have one available? I told you as soon as you had one available, let me know." "So you don't have one available." So she said they didn't have one available. Okay, so I waited a couple days. Because I knew they was playing a game with me. I said, "Oh, they playing. They lying and playing." So what I did was I called back. I changed my voice, and a girl named Kendra answered the phone. And so I was like, "Hello." I said, "Do you guys have any cars available for rent?" She said, "Oh, yeah, we have cars available. We have cars available. It's first come, first serve. We have cars available." Okay, so I said, "Okay, thank you. Thank you." So I hung up, okay? When I hung up, I called right back. And I had my regular voice. I said, "Can I speak to Stephanie?" And then the girl who was on who I had just got off the phone with, her name is Kendra. She was like, "What can I help you with?" I said, "I need to speak to Stephanie." And so she went and got Stephanie or whatever. And I told Stephanie, I said, "Look, I just spoke to Kendra. She just said that y'all had cars available. I need you to switch this car out." So she gave me a whole big spiel. I'm not going to get into that whole big spiel about why she's not doing it, okay? Even after all this time, after I paid them damn near $3,000 for the damn car, okay? So, because this car is basically about $70 a day. So I was like, you know what? So it was given. It was what it was given. It was given setup is what it was given. And then I got in the car. It started knocking, knock, 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 knock. Boom. Okay. Something snapped and took the hold of the steering wheel. And I almost killed this dude on this bike. I mean, I almost plowed him right to the wall. He was right in the little biking lane. I was so mad. So I called back to Millennium Auto, and I was like, "What's going on?" I said, "What are you doing? I need you guys to do something." And so I called back and I told them what happened. And you know what? I said, "You know what? What y'all have done now is y'all have created a situation to cause intentional harm to me." So I dialed 911. I called 911. The police came there. When they arrived, they were talking to me and stuff, and I was explaining to them that I got this car from this place, and they basically trying to set me up. This car, I have been telling them about this car and the danger that this car presented, and she just kept insisting that I drive it anyway, and then something popped, and the car is now inoperable, okay, and I almost killed a gentleman on a bike and almost ran into two cars, all right? So the police came, they said, we're going to do an incident report. And I told them I want to file a criminal report simply because these people were made aware of the situation, but they kept brushing me off, okay? And so that's what happened with that situation. And you know, the police and everything came, and you know, the owners of the Millennium Auto, they showed up. You know, they showed up on the scene, and yeah. So we're gonna be taking the efforts of getting them shut down because they were actually doing a favor. Okay, they were caught doing a favor for the bad guys. Okay, and like I told the Jelly team, I told them, I said, y'all gonna keep having people to do y'all favors. Y'all gonna keep trying to have people to do things to save y'all, and y'all gonna get all these people in trouble. Okay, you're gonna get all of these people in trouble under Title 18. You're gonna get all these people in trouble. You don't gotta believe it, but you're gonna see it. Okay. So that's what happened, and pretty much in the courts, they pretty much are not making no rulings on nothing and pretty much letting everything just sit there, okay? Because they know that these defendants is not in a winning position. So since they're not in a winning position, they're taking their time to make rulings because the rulings is going to be in favor of me. Okay, and one might say, well, why? Because that's redress. Okay, that's my redress. They committed crimes, and they are going to be held liable for it. It don't matter who don't like it. It doesn't. But we didn't ask you to like it. It's okay. You can hate it. Okay, but you will see it. Ain't nothing you gonna do about it. You gonna get fucked up if you try to do something about it. You gonna get fucked up real bad. Okay, so just know that. Just know that. Now, there's another thing I want to talk about real quick. I want to talk about the justice for Breonna Taylor and Elijah. Those were the two people that we were seeking justice for too. Like we had our hearts and souls to the stars and to the cosmos for that justice to come walking in the door, and it did. It has. Elijah got his first, and then Breonna Taylor is in the process of getting hers. And we want to say that these are the type of situations that's going to restore faith in our justice system, because it's not the justice system that's broken. It's the bureaucrats that are in there running it. Okay, that are in there running it consistent to this narrative, consistent to narrative that is pushed by movies and all of these fake narratives that people who watch so many movies. They run with these narratives. Okay, and I always say the easiest thing to lie on is a black man. The easiest thing to lie on is a black man, because of what we have in these movies and all of this stuff and these mainstream media and all these narratives. Okay, all right, so I didn't want to make this video all long, drawn out. I just want to get you guys up to date on what's going on. You know, the court case, we're waiting for the court to grant our motion for leave to file our amended complaint. Our amended complaint has already been given to the defendants. So they cannot say, oh, well, we have to take time to go through this, and, you know, they little bullshit that they've been doing. And also, this is a very key important thing I want to say. This is to the courthouse. This message is to the courthouse. Okay, I filed an affidavit with the Arizona Superior Court and the Court of Appeals. Okay, in that affidavit, I told both the Arizona Superior Court of Appeals, Arizona Superior Court and the Court of Appeals. I told both of them. I said, I'm filing this with both courts. Okay, I'm filing this affidavit with both courts to inform both courts that, you know, of some information that I had put in the affidavit. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I filed that information, and I was basically asking the courts to make an expedited ruling on their motions. Okay, both courts, both the lower court and the appeals court. The appeals court, they issued an order and said, okay, according to the Arizona Supreme Court, Arizona Supreme Court rule, Supreme Court, they cited a Arizona Supreme Court rule, and they said, because basically I didn't put a certificate of service in there, that they're not going to take no action on it because they don't have any proof that I delivered that to the Shah defendants, okay? Now, I want to respond to that. I want to say this. First of all of the defendants are hooked into the electronic system, okay? So anything that's filed on the docket, they will get that automatically through the electronic system. Okay. Now, if the court was paying attention, they would have seen that I said that I was filing that with both courts. Okay. When you go look, you can see that I filed that with both courts. So quite naturally, automatically those defendants got that affidavit. Okay. They got it because that was filed with both courts. So what are you trying to do? You trying to justify a reason that you're going to further delay? Okay. We're not going to play these games, okay? So I just want the courts to know that, because I know their personnel and their advisors and all their handlers watch all these videos so they can know what to do next and all this other bullshit, which it shouldn't work like that, but this is how they're playing. So we just wanted to give you guys an update on everything. And yes, we have been getting a lot of questions. I've been getting some emails saying, are you seeking the punitive damages? What can stop the case, Mark? What can stop you going forward with this case? The only thing that's going to stop this case from going forward is they have to pay everything that is requested in the amended complaint. All right? I mean everything. Okay? They're going to have to pay the compensatory damages. They're going to have to pay the punitive damages. They're going to have to pay something under the special damages. And we're going to need some injunctions. Okay? And also, to answer your questions, a lot of people were saying, oh, this is not related. How is this related to Moses? How is this related to Moses? This is not justice for Moses. How is this related for Moses? This is justice for Moses, because the same people that caused this stuff to happen, because they was mad at me for defending Moses, okay? So they did all of that shit, okay, and they did all of this stuff to me, all right? So I'm fighting them back, okay? The federal government is the one that's going to bring the criminal action against these people, just like they brought the criminal action against the 4 individuals who was responsible for murdering Breonna Taylor. It's going to go the same way, but I'm going to step in with them, and I'm going to put my little fucking 2 cents in, all right? And I'm going to supplement what they do so I can make sure none of these people ever return home to their children and their pets, okay? We not playing no fucking games, and we not saying it nice. Yes, we cussing. Yes, there will be cuss words said in the courtroom in the criminal case when this criminal case happened. When those defendants is in that when them defendants get in that courtroom, I'ma invoke my constitutional right and I'ma cuss them motherfuckers the fuck out in front of everybody, and I'ma dare somebody to say something to interrupt me. It's gonna go down. It's gonna be the nastiest shit that ever been seen in the history of this fucking world. We gonna tear asses up, in, out, down, and all round and about. We is not fucking playing. So this is for Millennium Auto too. Stephanie, we know about the setup, okay? We know about everything. We played dumb. We played dumb with you on purpose. We played stupid. And we recorded everything, okay? So your little friends is telling you, oh, the case is going to get thrown out. Oh, if he files something to get you, it's going to get thrown out. You know that's a violation of 18 U.S.C. 241 and 242, right? You know that's fair time if that's what they're telling you, right? But I'm here to tell you something else. Them motherfuckers don't know the law like I do. And I'm going to tell you something. Your ass, you going to prison. So have as much fun as you want. We will be shutting down Millennium Auto in Mesa, Arizona. We'll be shutting them down. So have as much fun as you want and make all the motherfucking money that you can, because we coming. We coming. And we gonna come hard. How many Uber drivers do we got in the how many Uber drivers or Uber Eats drivers do we have in the building today watching this video with me? Let's talk. Now, I want y'all to look at the top of this. Okay, November 15th to November 22nd of 2021. Okay, now let's talk about this, okay, because these people got in contact with Uber. These bad guys got in contact with Uber, and they did something with Uber to try to make my income go down. So let's look at this. So this is November 15th through 22, and this is for 1 week of work, okay, for me. This is for 1 week of work for me, okay? As you can see, it's 58 hours and 26 minutes and 123 trips, all right, for $1,400, all right? Okay, now that's all the way back in November. You see what I mean? Now let's fast forward. Let's look at July 18th through July 25th, 67 hours. 114 trips, $761.09. Now that's how much money was made before gas. When you take out the gas expenses and all that, you probably have somewhere either 500 or something like that, a little bit more than $500. Okay, so as you can see, that's a big discrepancy in the income. So let's look at another one. So this is 67 hours for this one. Let's look at the next slide. $80 hours. This is July 18th through July 25th. 80 hours. So I got 40 hours in overtime. Okay, so let's look at this. 141 trips, 80 hours, $940. You see all of those days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, this is 80 hours. This how hard I go. So they didn't want to pay me according to the trips that I did and the hours that I worked. So they just doing all of this for these bad guys. Okay. They doing all of this for these bad guys, and I'm going to have Uber Technologies. I'm going to have them as a defendant on the RICO action too, because they're doing stuff for these bad guys. And this is exactly why we didn't file the RICO lawsuit yet in the federal district court. It's simply because they keep having people doing favors. So we have to save that for last until we got all the evildoers rounded up. And then we gonna smack their heads off, okay? So I just wanted to show this to show you how they're tampering with the income, how they have been tampering with my income. They also tampered with a few websites. They just did a lot. These people is crooks. But with that, this is part 2, and we just wanted to show you that. Thank you. All constitutional rights invoked, none waived, and we out.